my father is a beautiful tenor voice. My mom's a soprano. My father played acoustic guitar and collects old guitars now. And my mother played beautiful piano, and there was always music in the house. Always, until one day there wasn't. I was a junior in high school, and I remember they were having a conversation, and I was sitting on the stairs listening to this conversation. It was my mom saying to my dad, let's try to work this out. Just don't move out of the house. Let's try to work this out. And my father didn't say anything. And she went on upstairs to go to bed, and I went down and talked to my dad and said, what's going on? Daddy just said that we're having some problems, we're working some things out. And from there on, things in the home changed. It was not as, Daddy was not home as much. He worked a lot more, and my mom quit teaching school, and she was home more. I think it was just very upsetting, the whole situation. It was not a unit anymore. My dad had a girlfriend, and my mom had gone to get her PhD and was teaching, and I was alone and didn't really feel the jolt of that divorce until my sophomore year in college. It must have been a holiday that was coming up. Oh, great. You know, where am I going to be? My family is not what it once was, and that's when it really hit. And it's the death of your family. Sometimes I think it's more painful than burying a parent dying, because it was a choice. They chose to divorce and to separate this family. And sometimes in death, that's not a choice. It continues to affect my family. Where are we going to spend Christmas? And I have a mother who's still so sensitive to the fact that her husband left her and divorced her. And so I have to be very careful about the time I spend with Daddy as opposed to the time that I'm with my mom. And to my dad, he has guilt. He has guilt. And he has done so much for my brother and myself. And I often tell him, you know, Daddy, you've made restitution. We love you. You don't need to feel guilty. We forgive you. I think children are so quick to forgive their parents. You know, you can repeat what you saw, or you can learn, and you can just be so determined to get it right the next time. I took a class before I had my first child, and I'll never forget this. They were teaching about raising kids, and they said the best thing you can do for your children is to love your husband, and husbands love your wife. And it gives your children such great confidence and self-esteem. And I know that the divorce just really gives you so much brokenness.